Good morning. Welcome to week 11. Let's get some fantasy football advice, some starts and sits right now on FFT in 5. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me. I'm Adam Azer, going solo today. We'll give you some news and notes and tell you who to start and sit. And, of course, Amari Cooper is out, so you're going to have a lot of questions about Michael Gallup. You should feel fairly excited about Michael Gallup. It's obviously a good opportunity in what should be a high-scoring game, and he is a start. Don't see updated rankings right now for Heath as of 8 o'clock in the morning here, but Dave and Jamie have Michael Gallup right around 24th overall. I'm sure Heath will be updating that soon. Heath's a little bit under the weather today. So for Jamie, Gallup is back-to-back with Darnell Mooney and with Allen Robinson doubtful today. This is another nice opportunity for a wide receiver that you probably had on your bench, but I think Mooney is a starter too. I do like Gallup better than Mooney. Now listen, here's the thing with Gallup. Keep in mind, the Chiefs have been very good against wide receivers lately. They've got two pretty good starting cornerbacks. Gallup's probably going to play a lot on the outside, whereas Lamb is going to maybe bounce outside and play in the slot. But I think Gallup, could be a little bit of a letdown if you think he's going to be a stud. I just think he's going to be solid. So I would not start him over like a Brandon Cooks or anything like that. I'd definitely go with Brandon Cooks, but I would consider starting him over Terry McLaurin, probably still go with McLaurin, but I would start him over DJ Moore, Michael Gallup. I would not start Darnell Mooney over DJ Moore. And the reason why I like Gallup more than Mooney, the obvious reasons, but a lot more touchdown potential for Michael Gallup. Meanwhile, Alex Collins has a big opportunity, not just this week, but rest of season. Now, I'm a little concerned. I'm sorry if you can hear. All right. I'm sorry if you can hear my son in the background here, but we are doing some double duty over here on FFT in 5. Alex Collins, I think he's an okay start. I was a little bit more excited, but now hearing about the Rashad Penny probably getting a little bit more work does concern me a little bit. So I did pick up Rashad Penny in 3 leagues. I dropped my worst player. I just want to see what happens. Alex Collins is not really getting the job done. Maybe Rashad Penny can get them some type of boost going down the stretch, but I think this is more of a stash than a start situation here for both Collins and for Penny. I'll be right back. All right. Anyway, back to the starts and the sits. Miles Sanders is back. I am avoiding him against the Saints. I do not want to start any running back in this game except for Mark Ingram. I think Mark Ingram is a great start. Start him over Michael Gallup. Start him over Jeff Wilson, who we'll talk about in a little bit. Mark Ingram's going to be a very good start. But Miles Sanders, he is going to split with Jordan Howard. I think all the reports are indicating that against the best run defense in the NFL. So avoid him. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is back, another guy that I'd like to avoid. The question is, who do I like better in the Chiefs' backfield, Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Darrell Williams? I'm going with Darrell Williams in full PPR. I'm going with Clyde in non or half. I think there'll be a decent workload for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I just don't know. It's very uncertain. They were not really committing to him playing. They have a bye next week, so I think they might take it a little bit easy on Clyde. But in non or half, I'll go with him over Darrell Williams in full PPR. I'll still take Williams. I think he gets the catches and probably the goal line work, which was really the case even before the injury. James Robinson is questionable, but probably going to start. I don't know how you sit him, although I will say I'm going to start Jeff Wilson, assuming Eli Mitchell's out, which it looks like it's going to be the case. I'm going to start Jeff Wilson over James Robinson. I'm going to start Mark Ingram over Jeff Wilson. If you're looking at just replacement running backs, obviously A.J. Dillon over almost everybody. But I really like Wilson's opportunity. I just think he's going to get a lot of carries in this game, and 49ers running backs usually score a touchdown. It is a tough matchup against the defense that's given up 2 touchdowns in their last 10 quarters, but I think he's going to score one, so I'd start Jeff Wilson. Ravens passing game. Rashad Bateman is close to a must start, right up there with Gallup if Lamar Jackson plays. Lamar Jackson is 50-50 with an illness. If Lamar Jackson doesn't play, I'll start Mark Andrews, and that is it. I won't start Devontae Freeman or Bateman or anybody, just Mark Andrews. Kyler Murray is likely out, and DeAndre Hopkins is already out. Christian Kirk is a solid start no matter what. I would go with Darnell Mooney over Christian Kirk at this point, assuming Allen Robinson does not play. But Kirk led the team in receiving 2 straight games with Colt McCoy, so I expect that to happen again with Hopkins out. You're still going to start James Conner. Look, for Kyler and Lamar Jackson, I wish Heath were here because Heath and I have a Superflex league where our 2 starting quarterbacks are Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson. I don't know what the heck we're going to do. I think if they play, you start them. You start Lamar Jackson with a lot more confidence than you do Kyler Murray. But hopefully we get at least one of those quarterbacks. I'm assume that Lamar Jackson has a better chance to play. It seems like Kyler Murray is not going to play based on the reports so far. And finally, we got Monday Night Football. And I would be a little cautious with Rob Gronkowski. I would probably start Dan Arnold over Rob Gronkowski, for example. I would probably start Gronkowski over TJ Hawkinson, however. And here's why. He's not even certain to play. I assume he's going to play, but I don't know what kind of snap share you're looking at. It doesn't sound like he's going to get his normal workload. So that's just a guy that I think if he were fully healthy, I'd be really encouraged and really excited to start Gronkowski, but I'm pulling back a little bit. And I feel that way about Saquon Barkley. I would start Ingram over Barkley. I would start James Robinson. I would start Jeff Wilson over Barkley. I would not start a Chiefs running back. I would not start an Eagles running back over Saquon Barkley. I will read a few. Oh, my camera just cut out. Sorry about that. I will I will read a few questions here in the chat. Deontay Johnson or Tyler Lockett? Ben's going to play. I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson. Wilson or Bateman PPR? I'm going to go with Jeff Wilson. Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Tony Pollard in full PPR? That's a good one. I'm going to go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Not a good chance for a touchdown for Pollard, so let's go with Clyde. Michael Carter or Jeff Wilson? That's going to be Michael Carter. Tua or Justin Herbert? I'm going to go with Tua Tagovailoa there, and I'm not going to answer your kicker question. And let's go with Deontay Foreman, yay or nay? He's yay. I would start him over a Chiefs running back at this point. I think you're going to get a pretty solid game from Deontay Foreman. Thank you so much for watching and listening, everybody. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Appreciate it. And good luck in Week 11. We'll see you here about 8:15 p.m. Eastern to recap all the games.